Peace. Yeah,
Peace.
I don't even know if anyone's gonna come over to this one, but I just wanted us to finish it up. I didn't want the video on the YouTube channel when it's finished to just cut off, on a cliffhanger. So just so we can close out properly and just sort of go to our conclusion. I just started this one. If anyone joins, they join. If not, then
right.
Have, okay, Sister Yafa says we're back, but you can't hear. Can you not hear just me, or is it both me and Abba Herut? Orders Gate, yeah, we hear. All right, so Chief says that he can hear.
Okay.
But yeah, cut off. I didn't realize it was. We hear. Okay, we hear both. Wow.
Cool. Oh, don't worry.
I swear I got a technology ghost following me, and just a technology beaver just eating all the wires.
But it's not cute. Did you hear? I was having motorcycles go, but I'm like, what the heck is going on? You have the lights. I had motorcycles in the background. I'm like, what the world? So
hey, we had the choice, right? We could have chosen to just stay off. Like,
right.
Well, everybody was saying good night. We could just close it out. But we just wanted to close it out properly. So the video on the channel, it doesn't like end on that cliffhanger. But the point that we were making was basically dealing with, we're doing an exorcism. Yeah, Miss Pearly, she keeps asking people for rent. Yeah, you have the difference between someone who's raised in the natural environment and they learn from their father and they learn the tricks of the trade, and then they have to go out and actually apply what they're learning. And you have this, it contrasted with the other video. Both videos will be in the chat. You have the other video of this beaver who was raised in captivity, right? Not captivity, they were orphaned. And some people rescued the orphan beaver, and you can see like their instincts kicking in because it's winter season, and they got a bunch of Christmas trees and presents and things around, and it's building a dam in the middle of the hallway using whatever is in its environment, right? And going back to that quote from NoirMale. You'll use whatever's in your natural environment, right? And depending on your ability to acclimate to it, like that's how you interact with the world, And I know, yeah, right. She's trying to stop the good work, Nosferatu. But Abba Herut, I know you wanted to make a closing comment before we officially close out on our terms.
Right. So what I was going to add to is what are the unhealthy choices, and then I'm going to add the unhealthy choices and also the healthy choices. So one, these are some of the unhealthy choices that we got to be mindful that we don't want to make. Okay, one
of those unhealthy choices is choosing a copyrighted video, without checking thoroughly to make sure it's not copyrighted. Right during a live.
But that's not against the old Elohim. So that's crazy.
That's all me. That's my fault.
But it's a great video. If you're able to view it, it's definitely worth watching. Me and Master Menyelek, we saw both of them and it was great. But anyway, here are the unhealthy choices. Choosing to hate the Creator, our Elohim. That's a key one, because a lot of people curse the Elohim, curse the Creator. You don't want to do that, okay? Choosing to be destructive towards yourself and others. So if you're being destructive, if you're being negative, that's not healthy. Those are not these are very you don't want to do those things, okay? Because it's unhealthy, is an unhealthy choice, okay? Choosing to frequently entertain negative thoughts. A lot of people don't realize negative thinking can also hinder your spiritual growth. It can also hinder positive choices making. So in other words, when you're around negative, you're entertaining negative thoughts. Let's say if it's movies, it could be anything. It could be, and it's going to vary from person to person, because each person, like I was using an analogy that like I, my Baba changed with me about not eating chicken. Okay, well, that's besides that. But the point is, it's anything that's going to affect your choices you're making in life. These are the things you have to really avoid. Okay, so choosing to frequently entertain negative thoughts is negative. Choosing to ignore and care of those who are less fortunate than yourself. That could be in your family, your blood family. That could be, and as we look at it here in ANU, that could be other people. Because what are you doing? You're taking advantage of them. This is where Chief was doing segments about those people out there. We got the ministry, we got churches or so. They're taking advantage of people. So when you're doing that, those are unhealthy choices. Okay, choosing to teach and practice evil with the dark negative forces. That's another key one. There's a lot of witchcraft going on out there. There's a lot. And interesting enough, I see a lot with the females. They're doing a lot of hidden stuff that they don't realize is those are negative choices. Okay, going around and doing any type of witchcraft could be your thoughts. Witchcraft can be not just you're going on doing some spells or so, but it could be your negative thoughts. If you're thinking about attacking that person, those are negative. That's dealing with the that's practicing evil, negative thinking. Okay, choosing to follow and foreign culture. Like now, interesting. We in ANU, if let's say you're wherever your particular culture is, for melanated people, following against your natural, going back to that beaver, he still, the instinctive part of him was inbuilt in him, and he still had to follow that culture. But let's say if his culture was, say if he was taught against his natural habitat, his natural culture, and let's say, for instance, he was trying to go out and fly. That's not a part of his culture. Okay, a lot of people don't realize, especially melanated people, when we, like in ANU, we don't practice these holidays. We don't get caught up in all this stuff that other cultures do, other things do. We don't partake of those things. Why? Because it's not our culture. It's negative. It's unhealthy. It's going to be a detriment towards you. Okay. Let's see. Choosing to impede the spiritual growth of others. That's another key one. Because what is happening with that? When we are impeding choosing to impede the spiritual growth of another, you are making a habitual choice to block someone's growth. Say for instance, you know something is right, it's righteous, but you choose to go against that. So then what you do, you start teaching others that. That's not healthy. Okay. Choosing to maintain the state of spiritual ignorance by one's actions or inactions. This is going back to what Master Menyelek was saying earlier, that whatever you do or don't do is still a choice, still unhealthy. Okay. And then you're maintaining it. It's ignorance. Okay. So now those are the unhealthy choices. So now here are the healthy choices. You develop a personal relationship with the Creator, our Elohim. That is very pivotal, because what it is, you're building that, you're cultivating it. It's like a relationship, you're building that. And then you're building a relationship with your community, the community that we're in ANU. We're encouraged to build a positive atmosphere, bringing in a positive atmosphere and environment, because our Chief Jegna brings that for us. We are in an environment where to be an examples, okay? Building character, okay? Refrain from destructive thoughts and actions towards yourself and others. Practice being peaceful. Okay, again, that's that's a mindset. Okay, being a positive person, smile. I learned to smile. I learned to smile at an early age. Being positive, work on being positive at all times. Okay, give to others who are less fortunate than yourself. So these are choices. So now, if I'm looking out for someone that's outside of myself, what am I doing? I'm being positive. I'm also looking out for their betterment as well. I'm not trying to be negative. Okay. Speak positive and powerful words. So that counteracts what we were saying about negative. Speaking positively, being positive, staying positive. Powerful words. It's called words of power. That's a whole nother story. Have a good sense of humor. Okay. Work regularly to become an enlightened being. A lot of people don't really realize that. That's a key thing of healthy choices. Are you striving to be an enlightened being? Again, my relationship with my Elohim, our Elohim. Am I striving that? Am I striving to be enlightened? Am I and develop that positive character? These are the positive choices that's going to go with that. Okay. Let's see. Utilize meditations, mantras, affirmations, breathing exercises, words of power. Those are certain things, healthy choices you can utilize. Okay. Develop proper rest, exercise, dietary laws, avoid smoking, drinking, and negative people and drugs. If you avoid those things, you're building positive and healthy choices. Okay. And second, the last one, live and be around righteous elders and teachers. Okay. That is another pivotal part. If you're around your ALites, as Master Menyelek was sharing, you're around your ALites, you're going to, it's like the sun. You can't be in the sun and it's going to be some positive effect for you. So if you utilize and you incorporate these healthy choices versus the negative choices, it'll help. This is the things that you can help counterbalance the negative balance. Because again, it's about balance. Okay. Healthy choices about bringing healthy, choosing wisely and having a healthy balance. Okay. And so that's what I wanted to share before we went through our moment. But Master Menyelek, there we go.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a lot of helpful directives that you can follow. Again, we're talking about choice. So I want to reiterate, it was a bad choice to play the full video, on my part. Because you following with the application that we'll be talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't choose it wisely. I think I got emotional because I like the video so much. And I was like, it's so cool. He's building this dam. It's like, look at his tiny little hands. Look at him go. It's like, bam. End of the video. End that laugh. So following along with the choices. You make bad choices all the time. That's something that Beaver actually had to realize at the end of that video, because he's like, yo, I picked the wrong spot at the wrong time. And all of that hard work, that 2 weeks of sleepless nights and hard days, and then I eventually just I just lost it. Everything I built up, I just lost. But you know what? I think I know how to do it better next time. Mm-hmm. And everything was cleared away so that I can start from scratch instead of building off of a shaky foundation that someone abandoned. Probably because there's a shaky foundation, and he had no choice, because not only do they hunker down for the winter, that's where as a beaver, they don't start families without having that home built, and those dams are important because if they live on the land, then they'll be eaten quickly. But a lot of their predators can't reach them because of where they make their homes. The same thing happens to El Kara. El Kara he learned his lesson though. You have to teach me your ways, El Kara.
Right.
So I'm not that good with not getting shut down just yet. But yeah, that's it. We went through a beautiful, strong Imayakira Eden, building on Ayin. And then we have, of course, Chief Yuya podcast coming on with it again. We had Aki El Karar. Speaking of Aki El Karar, the code sciences is still in full effect, breaking down Neely Fuller's compensatory codes for I don't remember the entire title. It's a long title, the United Negro Compensatory Codes. Willfully, I'm saying it close. Am I close?
Nah.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I be missing things. You know, gotta admit when I have gaps in my knowledge.
Right.
You know,
you see what
'cause the
Yafe,
courts,
Sister Yafe shared in the chat?
when she was asking about the links.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be in the description under this video, and they'll be placed in the description under the original video as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, Aki El-Kara was building on politics, you know, and he went through a lot of different areas of activity that people engage in, and Neely Fuller really breaks down how do you engage these areas of activity in your life with the knowledge that under the presupposition that, or the fact that racism exists, we live in a racist country, and you have to move in a way. There we go, Chief Yuya, what you said.
Came through.
All right, so the United Independent Compensatory Code /system/concept. You know, and these are all gems as to how you move, because you have a code that you live by, and it makes a lot of these decisions a lot easier. You know, like Sister Margie was asking earlier about having a moral code. You know, you have a code that you live by. Your code is determined by your culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you just take one or two pieces of directives or pieces of advice, they will have an effect, but they need to exist inside of a matrix of other codes, and they balance each other out, you know. And the people that you surround yourself with, who you choose to surround yourself with, if they're moving in the same way that you're moving, serving the same culture and the same L that you have chosen for yourself, then everything becomes a lot less confusing. You know. So with that, we also have our retreat coming up, and if you haven't signed up yet, like at this point, either you coming or you ain't coming.
Right.
You know, you got to just make your choice. You know, those who have chosen to come, we're looking forward to meeting you all and laughing with you and building with you and eating at the same table and playing kickball and watching Zach's disappointed face as he gets, destroyed, by someone who has never played kickball before in his entire life, never witnessed a game, doesn't know the rules. We're gonna come up with that fire, come with the smoke. But yeah, man, everybody be well, and
I just want to add.
Give thanks for coming over.
I just want to add before, as we end, those of us who have made bad choices in the past, if you're striving and you're honest about your striving, the Most High knows that. Just do it. Okay, that's it. Some people say second guessing and stuff. You don't need to second guess. Just do it. If you're striving to do and make the right choices as best you can, again, it's gradual. Stop trying to measure yourself with something else. Like, it's about making that choice and being where you're at, and then moving beyond that. So, the right choices you make is going to be gradual, and life continues to get better for me. Yes, I made bad choices, but those choices from the past, even though they have happened, just stay on the course and continue to build on the positive choices that you make. That's it. Okay. Don't second guess yourself. So I just wanted to end it with that and just say, we're striving. As long as you're striving, the Most High sees it. Our elders see it. If you're really, truthfully, honestly striving to do what is right, you just do it. Just do it. So I just want to share that. And Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And we, I'm glad building with Master Menyelek, like they said, but give thanks.
Yeah, man. Give thanks for that. Peace, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Peace, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.